All right, everybody, it's a different day. I'm short on time. If this is your first time here, welcome to Mohawk Motors. If you're coming back, welcome back. Today, I'm gonna be working on getting these crunched up doors switched out on this 2500 HD that I recently picked up. I found a set locally on Facebook Marketplace. They're the right color, they don't have any rust. So I picked those up for 200 bucks. So far I'm $700 into this project and a few hours of diagnosis. Let's get these doors swapped out really fast. All right, I'm gonna do the rear door first. If you've never removed a rear door, it's very simple. There's a little E-clip up here on the top hinge pin. You snap that, pop that little E-clip off. There's a little E10 bolt holding your door stop, your door check in. And then you have your wire connector. In this, it's just a work truck, so the only wires in there are the speaker wires. And in my experience, the easiest way to undo those is to pop the door panel off and actually unhook the wire from the speaker. To get the door panel off, you pull off the little cover over the actual opener handle. It's just held in with little spring clips, like so. And then there's a 7mm in the cup holder and a 7mm in the door pull. You pull those two 7mm out. And once you have those two bolts out, you just pull the whole panel toward you, away from the door skin, and it pops out. Pretty simple. Once your door panel is out, the speaker literally just snaps in place. And then you unhook the wire from the back. It's held in place with a little retainer right over here, and then it'll pull right out of the door. Once you get those two little retainers loose, you should be able to feed all of that wire right out through the hole in the door. Take those little clips loose, the E-clip and the bolt, like I said before. You know, sit those down so you don't lose them. And at this point, you should be able to just lift the door up off the hinge. There you go. Then you just reverse the process to put your replacement door on. It's usually easier to get the door sitting into place first. And then you just put it back together in the opposite order. Okay, now our new to us door should close and latch. There it is. Fits pretty well. Not perfect, but definitely better than the smashed up door. Well, let's do the same for the front door. Okay, the front door is very similar process. You have 3 10mm bolts that you have to remove, 2 in the hinge retainers, 1 in the door check. Your little wiring grommet right here that you pull out on the side. And then you need to remove your door sill trim and your kick panel trim in order to be able to access the wire. And that wire actually plugs in back here behind your side access fuse panel. Okay, so I hit a small snag. The wire harness in the old door is different from the wire, or in the replacement door is different from the one in the door that came off the truck. So I'm just gonna swap them out. The door panel comes off pretty easily also. There's a 7mm here behind the armrest. There's a 7mm behind the little lock slide, and there's a 7mm on the bottom of the door. You take those three out, remove your door handle, remove your little trim piece here, and the door panel pops off. Okay, now we've got our driver's door back installed, the new to us driver's door where it belongs. I'll probably go through and heat gun this sticker off and put the sticker from the other truck door on, just so all the information is correct and it matches. I'll come back a different day with the eraser wheel and get these white pinstripes knocked off. But boom, there we go. Not bad at all. Looks way better. The front door gap lines up really well. Between the doors lines up really well. The back door gap's a little off, but not enough that I'm really gonna sweat over it. Almost forgot, the guy was nice enough to give me one of the little lug nut beauty caps that I was missing. Those just kind of pop into the hubcap, and then you can, these don't need to be tight hardly at all. That's all it takes. There we go. All right, that's it for today. Still more to do on this truck, but that's all I have time for right now. See you later. What's up, everybody? So it's been a few days since I was working on the white 2500 HD. I'm back to it now. I realized when I put this door on, I forgot to do one very important step, which is switch out the lock. Fortunately, I realized it before I locked myself out. So I'm gonna get the lock off of the old door and put it onto this door so I can continue to use the same key. First step to replacing that lock is getting the door panel off again. Same process as before when we switched the door itself. Once you get the door panel off, you need to remove this little black plastic cover. Behind that, there's a 10mm nut. There's another 10mm nut that you can access through this hole here. And then a third 10mm nut up inside the door itself that you can reach with your hand. You need to remove those three 10mm nuts in order to take the door handle assembly out of the door. Once you have those three nuts loose, the handle will be able to be removed from the door from the outside. Once you reach this point, there's the lock bar. The lock activation bar is held in place with a red plastic clip. You twist the clip and pull the bar to remove it. And then the actual door latch bar is held in place with a black plastic clip that you twist to remove. This is the door latch bar here, the little black retainer. This is the lock latch bar, little red retainer. You just twist, pull the bar out. Now we just reverse the process to put the other door handle with our correct lock in. Okay, so now I've got my latch with the correct locks. So I'm gonna reverse the process to put everything back together. There we go. Now I just put the door panel back on in the opposite sequence that I used to take it off. There we go, door panel replaced. All right, so I also want to get this black pinstripe off these doors because it doesn't match the rest of the truck. Voila, pinstripe gone.